is try to play safe. But she's looking that she's gonna try to bank it. And that's the 2 ball. So let's see what she does here. Yep, she's aiming at the bank. If you don't make the bank, just don't move the balls. There you go. That's okay. Just move. Don't move the 5 or the 11, where you end up selling out the game. So, and now these guys are deciding who is going to shoot. I have no idea. If they look at me, I have no idea. Why are you looking at me? I'm not playing. That's funny. Yeah, I have no idea. Don't look at me. I need to uh, just pay attention to me talking. I know that there's a. Looks like there might be a little bit of a lag on the stream. I'm just trying to see if we can make that go away. Let me see if I can do something about it. If not, I might have to restart the stream one more time, but it'll be until the end of the rack, since it is going and stopping, so I think I may have broken the stream as soon as I got on this, so I don't think the stream likes my voice. I think that 5 ball goes. Oh, just barely grazed the 9. Let's see if Spanky likes the 9, which it looks like he does. He's gonna try to back cut it here. So guys, if we lose the stream, make sure that you guys come back one more time to make sure that you guys get back into this particular game. Keep me actually busy. So again, it's not you guys on your phone, it's mainly that our internet is possibly being used by quite a few people around the neighborhood, so it actually kind of starts working a little slow. Sometimes if we restart it one more time, it does help. I'm gonna try a couple things, see if I can make this work. Alright, so far so good. I got one of them to go back and start working, and that is the stream Facebook. I am now just trying to make the other one work now and stay 100%. So I think if I close one more thing, there we go. It's getting close. There we go. I did it. We don't have to restart the stream. I just had to close a couple things that we are not using from the internet. So we should be back online and ready to go with no more delays. Alright, so now Sisa is shooting the 11, the corner pocket. This is the tester, because if she does not make the shot here, the 5 ball should be pretty easy to make. Yep. So now Jojo is coming to the table. Let's see if she can make this ball and make it. Cindy's saying that there's no sound, so can you guys hear me? I need a couple people to commentate just to make sure that you guys can hear me pretty well. My sound bar is saying that it is good, so there we go. We're good. We're back. 100%. Alright, so Carlos is going to try to get this 8-ball to increase the lead 4-2. These guys are playing again for a couple things. It's kind of cool that they have a championship belt of the world. That's what they call it. I actually want to play for this particular belt. If you guys have not seen it, I'm going to show you guys a quick peek at this particular belt. I should just put it across my chest here and wear it proudly. It is very decorative. I like this WW little thing that they obtained from somewhere. It should be used for like a tournament or something, so it'll be pretty cool to do it as a giveaway on a tournament or something like that, maybe for the future. Alright, so now Spanky is breaking. He broke the cue ball off the table, almost hit Carlos over there. And he says, yelling at him, so what are you doing? Why are you hitting so hard? There's no need. And Spank is just shaking his head. Yep, I know. Typical back and forth. So I like it when couples are playing, and especially like couples that are together. It's kind of funny because one person likes to tell the other person what did you do wrong or why you doing that. And I think it happens in every single couple out there. Sometimes I get yelled by Kaylin too, so it's not just them. I remember a couple times that I don't. Oh, the one that really comes to mind, and it's well, she's watching in the other room, so I know that she's listening. But I remember we were playing it in Tucson, and we were playing in the finals. So then we were in a race to 5. The other team had 4, and we had 3. We went to 3, so it was hill. And then I left the opponent a shot, like a test. And I was like, okay, so I shot it. I'm going to give them a shot. They have to make the ball and get the breakout at the same time. They have to get shape. So there's 3 things that have to be done in order for them to get out. So to me, percentage-wise, it wasn't easy for everything to kind of line up, right? So I let them the shot. I'm like, okay, well, you have to reverse cut it, come 2 rails, come hit the stack, and then get shape on the 8. And my buddy Eric actually hit that shot, got 2 rails, came from behind, hit it, and got perfect shape. And of course, Kaylin is, why did you do that? Why did you leave him a shot? I'm like, well, I was giving him a tester. He passed. It was funny. But yeah, I kind of blame myself for that loss. And then after that, I told her, I know how to beat these guys now. So, because I was paying attention to the entire match. and I like to see who's the better shooter and what they go for and things like that. So, and then we ended up winning the state finals. So we are this year's Scotch APA champs for Arizona. But I'm not gonna give my secret away of what I try to look for when I'm playing, especially in Scotch doubles. It's kind of easy to figure out your opponent, especially when they are not talking. If it's I know that this one is no coaching, but usually to be the BCA tournaments, you gotta talk a lot so that your pretty much second half is playing the way that you want them to play. And I know that Kaylin and I have pretty good communication skills when it comes to pool. Communication is not so good when I mess up a ball and the other opponent ends up winning the game. So it is kind of funny how that works. All right, so now Carlos is looking at the one rail kick. It is a free shot. I know that 5 is in the side, but this is the way to win the game if he wants to, or the other option is to reverse bank it. I myself like reverse banking the shot instead of kicking at it, but if you are like Carlos, a soccer player, he almost made that shot. That was a really nice attempt. All right, so for everybody that's watching, the score is 4-2 in a race to 7. Let me see what's going on, because in the corner here, they are telling me that they cannot see the game, so I am going to try and get them the match. So let me just step out of the booth for a second and get the remote. Let's see if I can restart the match. There we go. Now they can see, just in case that they are looking for an instant replay. Spank is gonna play safe, put him behind the 2. That's a pretty good save. I'm looking down the barrel and she can see the top half of the 8. Now, for you guys that are out there, what is the best thing that you like about Scotch doubles, especially when you win? That is my question for today. What do you guys enjoy about Scotch doubles, and especially when you win? Let's see what some people say out there, just for the fun, since we are playing Scotch doubles tonight. That's a pretty good shot, putting the ball even closer, which is exactly the best thing to do, offensive, and that puts the pressure more on the oncoming team. That was a very nicely played. Let's see if Sisa can handle this shot. She handled it so good. The ball ended up going in the hole, and she says, I'm not even gonna let him shoot. All right, that looks like like Sisa is going to take a little 5-minute breather. So they are going to go outside for just a second, pet some rabbits or something. So I will put some commercials on, put you guys in the entertainment for just a minute. So again, don't go anywhere. Thank you guys for watching. And I did not do my hair today at all. Usually that is one thing that I do. So I usually wear a hat when I don't do my hair. All right. See you guys in a minute.
Oh, sir, that was my grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
No. But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation for caution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss on moving day. Listen, our team honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.
Hello. I am nourished. So, on the line, championship belt. It's for all the glory. They took a break and are getting back to it. They are ready to go. JoJo is going to be braking. Here we go. Race to 7. Team Los versus Team Home Depot. Team Los 5-2. All right. Dry brake. Spanky is up to shoot. Carlos had to go do some extra work. Making that overtime money. I'm salary, so no, nothing for me. No reason for me to go work extra. I don't know what he's looking at. Maybe if the 8-ball goes? Oh, he's calling 13. Oh. Or maybe because of the 4. Whew. I thought that was in. Combo, ready to go. By moving those balls, you are also unblocking the 4 ball. So now, if she makes the 15, I would actually, I think, shoot the 10. It'll move the 12. Because the 12 is a problem ball. Instead, she stuck them right on the 10. Great shot by Los. We have JoJo back at the table looking at the 11 because the 12 does not go anywhere. Calling this the 11. Let's get physical. Singing the song over here. It's a good song. I don't think that's in. Point. When you hit the point here, it does not go. He's banking the 9. Very nice. And the breakout. And she can make the 11. So he called the 12 in the corner, and Spanky says, the 8 ball? Oh, made all kinds of balls. All right, so now that they have ball in hand, this C7 is playing, but you need to take the 4. Absolutely. The other balls all have pockets. They're all in the middle of the table. You have to take the 4 ball. And she's not going to take it. It's not the right choice. Got it. He is pretty darn close to that 10. We have JoJo shooting. It goes. Let's see. Here we go. It goes in that pocket, but talk about a cut. You're going to lose the cue ball on the table. It might hit the 8 ball even, depending on how hard you're going to try to slam that ball in. You could be getting dangerous with that 8 ball. Like I said, running into that 8 ball is a dangerous thing. So you gotta now try to make it and break out the 8. He couldn't see enough of it to make it. So the 8 ball is a problem for Team Los. So I go ahead and shoot the 4 again. Get it out of the way. Do not shoot this ball. Okay. So one of the feedbacks that we got from the Nicholas De Leon versus Chris Robinson match is that we talk too much. So I am trying to not fill the silence with random chatter. I'm trying to just balance the conversation and the shooting. Trying to talk about pattern play and less about my day. Haha, the rhymes. Trying to just be a little more cognizant of what's being said. I think shooting the 4 with a lot of top. I was going to say, so she's going to force him to shoot the 3. He's going to have to shoot this and drop back, trying to make the 3 at the same time. Is that possible? Might have way too much angle. I don't know. I think that is what he's trying to do. I actually think that you might be able to back bank that able. If you leave the cable on the bottom rail, you could bank the 8-ball back where the 14 is sitting. So I like making the 12-ball, leaving the cue ball on the rail for him to back bank the 8-ball into that same pocket. They are playing 8-ball Scotch doubles, Laura. Well, Cindy also. Oh. I didn't have them fill out the surveys. I usually have a questionnaire that they fill out, and then I have something to talk about for them. But I ran out of copies and did not have time to print new ones before. So this is a double kiss. Look at this. This is a double kiss, I think. Oh, I'm gonna go watch it, guys. Watch me watch it. Mm-hmm. It was a good hit. So it was a solid hit. It was good. But I still like what I said earlier. Making the 12, leaving him on the bottom rail to back up bank the 8-ball. She didn't leave him the right ankle for the 8-ball. Well, I'm not slacking on the surveys. I just don't make enough copies. I have to. We accidentally keep using the last copy, and then I have to print new ones, and printing new ones versus making copies is a whole big deal here because my work computer doesn't like to print. I work from home, so then I have to send it from my work computer to my cell phone and then print from my cell phone, and it only works half the time. So we need to stop using the last one so that I can just make copies. That's the key. Oh, thanks, John. I like you too. Because you have a dog. Is that a bull mastiff as your profile picture? I love it. Oh, nice choice. Nice choice. Not only does he have to bank it, he is over the 4-ball. That was a great shot by Spanky. Fantastic. Now, he's forced into a bank. There is no safe here. Unless he can leave the cue ball on the bottom rail, like underneath the 1 or something ridiculous. I think you have to bank. He's calling that pocket, but I like banking it actually back towards where he is, because when you miss it, you block the pocket for the 4. Same idea, a little bit different execution, but again, you never miss when you're sitting behind the computer. Oh, that's amazing. 220 pounds. Holy coly. I'm a big dog person. Big dog? I like big dogs. When I was little, my mom had a, John, you would think game over, but these players are not the best, honestly. So, great save, honestly. I was like, shoot the 4, shoot the 1, be out. But she got it. That's great. But yeah, when I was a little kid, I don't know, little, like 12, my mom had a Jack Russell Terrier, and I was petting it, and it was sleeping, and we were watching TV, and it was all good. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was a bad dream or what, it flipped around, woke up, flipped around, and bit me right on the eyebrow, and its tooth actually got caught on the orbital bone, and it was like stuck. I had to literally like rip him off my face. It was crazy. So I like big dogs. Nice hit. Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was a great shot. She did not call it though. Wow. Guys, always call a pocket when you're shooting the 8-ball. Even if you're playing safe, if you are moving a ball towards the pocket, call a pocket that you are moving the ball towards. And that is exactly why. Holy moly. Now see, she only did that because she wasn't trying. If she was trying that, she wouldn't have made it. And I don't mean that towards her specifically. I mean that towards me. Towards anyone. Sometimes it's when you don't try to make them that they go in. And the second you try to do something like that, impossible. So no, John, he did not call that. So it's a loss of game. If she would have scratched and not made the 8-ball, she would be fine. It's just ball in hand. But anytime the 8-ball leaves the table, it is a loss of game. Or win, I guess, if you're the one shooting it and it's your turn to shoot it. It's sort of a little cluster down there, up there now that I've So they picked solids. JoJo is at the table. I would think she would shoot the 4. And depending on where she leaves it, they can either shoot the 5. Or I actually like shooting the 7 hard, like a tornado and busting into that 1, 10, 6, 13 stack. Just blow it open. Carlos says, if you're gonna run into walls, just bump them. But I like a more dynamite effect. Oh, overcut it. So, I don't know if you guys play APA or BCA or what type of leagues or rules you guys play with, but BCA, Team Los, okay, this is off memory, so nobody quote me on these numbers, but Team Los, which is Carlos and JoJo, is a 744 combined. Carlos is a 490, and very nice combo, but made that little cluster worse. And JoJo is a 262, 272. And then Spanky is a 555, which makes his lady a 262, also 272, somewhere around there, which in the APA equivalent makes the boys about 6s and the girls about 3s. So as much as we would like to see them breaking and running these out, and it would be a much quicker race to 7, these are not the people that are going to be breaking and running. There's going to be miss safeties, but it's good because then you can go back and watch and say, what would I have done different? What can I learn from this? Very nice shot. Leaves, that was JoJo, so leaves Carlos the shot on the 5. The 8-ball does go in this bottom right corner, in the bottom side, bottom left corner, top right corner. The only place it doesn't really go is that top right corner, which is the natural place for it to go. So just have to worry at some point about how to get shape there. She can see the 7. I don't think that 6 passes the 13. So hopefully with this, she will naturally bump the 6 or the 14. Well, she bumped it. Yeah, Cindy, I agree. Sometimes it's fun to just play. You know, especially if it's couples that are friends that play. And when we started this, we actually started with just our APA team coming over and playing matches. And we would stream them so that we could practice streaming for our tournaments. And then it just kind of ended up exploding into this pretty great thing. We've had $1,600 matches. Wow. Don't mess up. We've gotten to stream the pros, and that might more be because I know Nick and I know Chris pretty close. So I got lucky there. But you gotta know someone to know someone to get started. When we started this process, our K2 Productionz, we've had it as a company for about 2 years, but we just did the tournaments and we streamed our tournaments. But with quarantine, we tried to take it a step further. So when we started with quarantine, I think we only had 100 followers, and it was all local Phoenix, Arizona people. And now we are just about to hit 1,000 followers. She called safe. I'm really surprised. I thought make the 14 and run out, be done. But she chose safe. So again, that shows kind of that lower rated player. She's playing not to lose. She's not playing to win. So Carlos shot. It's tough that 14 now does not go. So you have to somehow come on the pro side of it. Yeah, Cindy, I agree. 1,000 is awesome. We are, I think, in 26 states now. We were only in 1 when we started. So that's a 2,000% increase in the 2 months, 3 months. Our streams were maybe getting 10, 15 people watching at any given time when we were doing our matches. And our Nicholas De Leon versus Chris Robinson match had about 450 viewers consistently for the entire night, and has had over 6,000 views, over 16,000 people reached. And we have a couple other matches that have gotten not quite that close, but whoa, made it messy for sure. Look at that. Wow. So we are definitely making progress on our little company over here. I mean, we don't make any money because of all the equipment we have bought and all of the time. Oh, nice try. Cindy was such a wonderful donator to us the other night, and we have occasionally gotten a couple other very nice donations. The players usually tip, but we don't charge anything to stream. We are just trying to build up our fan base and our followers, and one day, someday, we will start charging maybe. Nice attempt by Carlos. Spanky's now at the table. So, Cindy, you'll appreciate that because you're watching it. Nick messaged me the next day and he said, I cannot believe you gave your number. Oh no. ran out of gas. So ball in hand. Use, again, this is a lower skill level at the table. If you were a little higher skill level, you know you shoot the 7 and you break into those 2, 6. But I don't think she's going to know to do that. She's looking at pushing the 6 even more into the cluster, which I don't, she's calling the 7 from way over there. I'm excited, guys. If she does this, my nickname is Combo Kaylin, and I don't see a combo here, and I see a combo out of anything, so Yeah, I didn't see a combo. And I'll make a combo where combos don't exist. So, back to my story, Cindy, because you're here. And everything is on the table and open. So, Nick texted me the next day because I had given out our email address for the donations, but I also gave out my phone number for the Zelle. And we ended up getting actually a couple Zelles. So, but he was like, I can't believe you give your phone number out on the stream. I was like, hey, anything for a couple bucks. Beggars can't be choosers here. And then I was telling him because we got a couple messages that we were obnoxious or don't talk enough about the pool. You know, with 15,000 views, I guess you're going to have one or two people who don't like you. So, but I had asked him, I said, from a legitimate standpoint, because he does do commentary as well, and he is considered a pro player, I said, am I obnoxious? I said, please, let me know. I need to know. Oh, nice shot. And she called it. So now everything is nice and open. They should be able to run out. Now see, that was where I would have comboed. So I told him, I said, Nick, please tell me if I am obnoxious, if I need to change what I'm doing, please let me know. And he said no. He said it was good. And everyone, of course, has their own style. Some people talk only about the game. Some people don't ever talk about the game. We had, in our Tucson match, national finals. Carlos and I were playing for first place Scotch doubles. And we go back and watch the stream later. And they talked about cheese for 45 minutes of our hour and 45-minute match. He made a 2-rail kick on the 8, made it, and they didn't even acknowledge the kick. It was crazy. It was crazy. So to me, I feel like watching constant commentary of top right, bottom left, hit the 8, hit the 6, hit the whatever, is dull. And I think never talking about a match or not acknowledging the shots is dull. So my attempt is to be somewhere in the middle. All right. So he left her tough here. He went off the ball, and I don't know that he needed to do that. So now she's got a really tough, thin cut. And again, this is kind of like earlier in the match where if she makes it, she has to go both ways here. Down and back up. Oh, that might have worked out. It's a half table, so it's not impossible. I agree, Cindy. Cheese is very important. I don't even remember the context either, like how they got on it. I think they hadn't eaten for the day, and they were talking about a match they had streamed in New York, and something about cheese. Wow. So to me, that looked like he didn't hit the 2 ball at all. Uh, Am I missing it? He hit it? Wow. It looked like he totally missed it. Nice try. I would have to go back and watch that. I didn't see that 2 ball move at all. So I would hit the thin side of the 2 on the right and make her shoot it from there, because that cut into the side pocket is tough and a scratch, and the cut all the way down is a scratch. So make her shoot it from there. Wrong side of the 2, in my opinion, but still works. But not leaving her on the rail. They did call that ball frozen, so that's why she shot it. But here, you bank it. It's so much easier to bank with the cue ball in the middle of the table than if you would have tried to just roll up on it and leave it in the up on the rail. I must have blinked, John. Good thing you were watching. So this is Sisa walking around the table. So she did call, wait, she did call the bank? Oh, I swear she called the bank. But look at that leave. There you go, guys. Look at that leave. Holy moly. That was a balls move. I don't think I ever would have tried that. But a ballsy move. But I swear she called the bank. So if I was her opponent, I would be seriously questioning the shot if it was made. So I guess it's good. It was not made. So Carlos is looking at see, and that's what I thought, Cindy, but nobody questioned it. Oh, sorry. Whistle through my teeth. So he's calling safe, but how? Why? The 8 is literally in the pocket. There's no safe. Yeah, Cindy, it's called Kaylin's speed, and it's the only speed I know. As long as you thin, you will not scratch it. If you hit it thick, though, you can scratch. Oh, wow. Hit it so thick that it hit the point. I call it a different word, but Carlos said I'm supposed to call it the point. Make it. Can you make this? I would, I mean, you gotta try. I hear you, John. I honestly, oh, I'd have to see being at the table if that's a good cut option. She is just hitting with top, so she should be fine. But that was my fear. I know it sounds crazy, but I almost like kicking that ball if you're worried about the severe back cut. But I've also gotten pretty good at kicking, so it's a crazy shot. I know. I just like crazy shots. So this is Sisa. All right. Closing the gap. That was a huge 2 games in a row for them. One because of the wrong pocket, and one win. So was it better? John, at least it was faster. Are you using the word better and faster interchangeably? They originally were not going to start until 8, and I said, please start earlier so that we can go to bed at a decent time. We do both work at 6 a.m. It is 10 now, and they've been playing for 4 hours, which means an average of half an hour per rack almost. But if they would have started at 8, oof. So we have had a couple people request matches and games here. Oh, they're taking a break real quick, I guess. So let me run. Oh no, he's fast. He's so fast. I was going to say a quick commercial, but never mind. We've had a couple people saying, I want to do 9-ball, race to 9, best of 3 sets. As much as we love this, we also don't love doing it until 4 a.m., especially when we work at 6. So we have had to say no to some people or request they modify their terms because we try to be reasonable in our streaming time. Sorry, I squirrel for a minute. So Carlos is commenting instead of working, I see. And he says to remind people of our tournament this weekend, since we are streaming a Scotch match. It is a natural segue to our Scotch doubles tournament this Saturday. It is a 1-day 1150 and under Scotch doubles tournament. Are 5 medium races. You do have to be established in Fargo to play. It's a 32 team field. First place gets $750 plus whatever side pots you may end up entering. In a lot of our tournaments, our side pots end up being just as big as the first place prize. So last time we had a Scotch doubles tournament, first place had not gotten into any side plots. Second place had, so they got the winner take all side pots, and they ended up winning almost twice the amount of money that the first place team did. Oh yeah, you can't log in. Why don't you come in here? Again, we have his phone as the third camera, and he needs his phone to get a passcode to log in to his work computer. So he called that all the way down. The way that the teams are playing, I know that there's not going to be any runouts and that going to have multiple opportunities at the table. And I see, if I'm playing stripes, that the 10 ball is stuck. So knowing that I'm going to get multiple attempts at the table, I would get that 10 ball out of there now and worry about making the balls that are makeable later. So John, you can follow K2 Productionz. It is K2 Productionz with a Z at the end. We are on both YouTube. We have our channel. So it's K2 Productionz with a Z, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the easiest way probably to save the videos, maybe. And then on Facebook, you can search for our page as well. Also, K2 Productionz with a Z. And you'll see our list of events. You will see our live streams, all of our past videos. And if you subscribe, follow. Facebook is follow. If you follow the page, you'll actually get a notification every time we go live, which is kind of neat. So yes, everybody, if you have not already liked, followed, and subscribed to K2 Productionz, please do so. Oh, Carlos is taking over my secretarial duties by working on the tournament. You are welcome. All right. I think that John did call it a little bit, that the players are starting to get a little bit more loose, have a little fun. There might be a couple cold beverages in play as well. That is helping them loosen up. getting into their stride. The matches, the games, individual games, are not taking as long. So this one ball into the side by Spanky is a tough, tough cut here, but very well played. Good window for the 5. Not much of an angle left on the 4, but you could try to force it and try to come around for the 6. I think if you try to draw it, you would draw it back into the pocket. So you have to go top left. There was an explosion of balls there. Also safe. So you can see all the balls are in a straight line. If you want to try to make a 4-ball combo. Just kidding. Hey, but if I was a 3, I probably would have tried a 4-ball combo. I wouldn't have known any better. Until Carlos came, saved me from myself, and taught me how to be the player that I am today. I can't help it, Cindy. And look, you say, I'm just getting on. Look at. Holy moly. Wow. That's a highlight shot, Carlos. Write it down. 5-4. I don't have the pad. That's a highlight shot for sure, especially by a 200 Fargo. Nice. Really tough to get now from the 10 to the 8. You're going to have to shoot it with draw. But from earlier, I know I heard JoJo saying she doesn't know how to do follow. So if she doesn't know how to do follow, I don't know that she will know how to do top. Yeah. Almost better that she did not make it. Didn't leave a super easy shot for the other team. All right. So now you shoot the 10, come around. Let's see. Trying to look at the natural tangent. I think you just have to hit this with low. he made it. And perfectly hooked on the 4 ball for the 8. I would jump it. Can I jump it? Since it is 8 ball. And it is BCA. She could legally jump this if she wants to. I'm just waiting to see what she does. I'd jump it. Or I would do something dumb that Carlos showed me called a masse. First time he ever had me do it. He did not explain what it was. He didn't tell me the name of it. He just said, jack up like this, aim at this part of the cue ball, and just hit through it. And I said, what am I doing? I don't know what's happening. And he's like, just do it. I was like, okay, crazy man. And I did it, and I massaged around the ball, and I made the ball, and I got mad. I was like, that was so dumb. You shouldn't even, oh, nice attempt. So ball in hand here. Yeah, I was so mad. I was like, that's so dumb. You shouldn't even be able to do that with a cue ball. I was not even happy that I made the ball. I was so mad for some reason. I don't even remember why. But I remember it was on the 4 ball. It was during APA League. And then later, I found out what a masse was. And now, I'm very good at them. And I like to use them. But that day, 2 years ago, when he told me, masse this ball, but didn't tell me what I was doing, I was so mad. Nice. And left him off the rail. What a comeback. Wow. They came back from 5-2 to make it an even score, 5-5. Oh yeah, Cindy, I have great stories of the abuse and torture that Carlos has put me through in the last 2 years learning how to play pool. I think one of my favorite stories is that one. I think that one. And then my other favorite story is on one of our first dates. We went to play pool and we were playing and he was like, you jump up on your shots. It's not good. He's like, I'm going to make sure you never jump up on a shot again. I was like, okay. How do you do that? And we shot. He's like, let's just play a game. Okay. So we start shooting balls. And then when it was my turn, unknown to me, he was standing behind with his hand over my head. And every time I popped up, he bopped me on the head like little bunny foo-foo. And he did it all night, hit me in the head. And ever since that night, I have not jumped up on a ball. I always duck, if anything. I started to duck that night, and finally I've not ducked anymore, but just don't jump up. Very rare occasion do I ever jump up now. Calling the 6. So yes, if you're ever looking to teach someone how to stop jumping up, apparently bopping people on the head is a good way to do it. So there's solids. Seesaw can try to shoot the 7. If it's lagging, I need Carlos to come in and fix it because I don't know anything about all that. So her bridge is really shaky. You can see she's having a hard time bridging appropriately to get over that 3 ball. So that is why she missed that ball as severely as she did. That's a good one, Cindy. That's definitely a way for people to learn not to move. I think he was probably at least trying to be somewhat nice to ensure a future date. He played very hard to get though. He was just my coach for many, many hangouts, including that one. And then I said, trying to be flirty, I said, what do I do if I have a crush on my coach? And he said, I don't know. He did not get the hint there, or he was just playing hard to get. So if she hits the top, which she seems to do, I feel like she's going to run into those balls there. Oh, that would have been good. She would have had the 11. But they still have the problem of the 15. Again, knowing that people are not running out here, I would shoot the 7. Free shot. We're at 981 followers. 19 more followers. We will hit 1,000. That is so amazing. Again, considering We started 3 months ago with 100, and we're almost at 1,000. In 3 months, that's 300 people. That's 10 per day, every day, for months. Weeks, days. I know it didn't work out that way, but that's how the math. Nice. Spanky. Shoot the 3. A little softer. She could have had him shoot the 1. That's okay. He can still shoot the 2. No, Seesaw. Trying to think, what would I do if she stops the ball right there? Can he cut the 1 to that top right corner? Or does she have enough angle to just hit center ball, hit the bottom rail, and come back out to the top rail and make the 1 into the bottom corner? That is a much easier shot on the 1, but I don't know how much angle she has. So she's calling the 7. Nice try. Oof. Bumped that 1 into a messier spot. Hello, William from Greenville, Texas. Is that north, south, central, east, west? Texas is the size of a country, so. Which part of Texas? One in the side. Cindy, you're a crazy maniac. 1 in the side. Nice combo. Bummer on the tie up there, but well, John, I don't know where you are from, but you're always welcome to come out and play at K2 Productionz. Our table is a 7-foot red label diamond table. Original railings, which means it does bank short, with pockets that are only 3 7/8 inches. It is a tough table for sure. Combo here, I'm sure. Nice. Bummer on a lead. Whitish and shiny. Let's see. Let's see if this answers your question. Now that they're all kind of broken. It's the 9 ball, the 1 ball, the 8 ball, the 5 ball, and then on the far left is a 7. Oh, I know. Cindy, you were talking about a couple shots ago, the shot on the 1, but in general, pocket or balls don't go into pockets on the side at this house. Unless you're straight in. We are all the way out in Arizona, John, so we are a drive for you for sure. But if you ever come out, we would be more than happy to host you out here. Arizona is probably one of the biggest pool players. Oh, hold on. I'm stuck in this corner. Yep, that was good. So again, they were asking me to watch the table, the shot, because she was very close to that 9 ball, but she shot it at an angle. So, good shot. Yeah, don't vacation in Arizona right now, John. It is 111 degrees today. A little chilly, really. Tomorrow's forecast, 108, partly cloudy, which means there's going to be one wisp of a cloud in the sky. They're going to call it partly cloudy. So, William, to answer your question, the difference between the red and the blue label. The red label is an older diamond. The blue label is the newer version of the diamond tables. The red label pocket, the red label railings tend to bank short to the diamonds. You know, if you measure 4 diamonds from one pocket to the next, a perfect bank would be at the 2 diamonds. If you do it that way on a red label, you will hit short of the pocket. Just slightly. On a blue label, they tend to bank more true. Obviously, the felt has something to do with that. Your rate of speed for the bank has something to do with that, but just a general rule. Oh, and perfect example, banked short. That probably would have gone on a blue label table. So you have to be able to slightly adjust for that, but it's tough. BSR Arizona pool scene, we have over 10,000 league players. We have a ton of cash players at any given time. At every single pool hall throughout the valley, there is some sort of gamble match going on. It is a great place to learn. We have at least 5 over 7 100 players, and every single one of them will give you lessons. Real first, she should be able to make this. Or my favorite, masse. Although I have done this, I massaged so well. I made the ball and made the cue ball. So rail first is probably the safer bet. So we have JoJo shooting the 8. Nice. Didn't even have to go rail. So they are officially on the hill. And they get to break, which is pretty neat. That's oh, that's fine. So we are shooting a tournament this weekend in a pool hall called Bull Shooters. Bull Shooters, B-U-L-L, Bull Shooters. It is a dart and pool hall. They actually have an international dart tournament there every year. It's really cool. Really annoying when it comes in though, because you cannot play pool to save your life. It has the most pool tables of all the bars here. I think it's got like 40 or more diamond tables, plus a couple Brunswicks. It's got 3 valley tables as well, 7-foot and 9-foot mixed. But we also have multiple other bars here, pool halls. We have one called JJ's. It has 8 tables owned by a pool player here in West Phoenix. If you're going far, far east, you can go to Main Street Billiards, probably the second largest, owned by a man named Thor. Very nice. All diamond tables. I think all of our pool halls have diamond tables. We're very spoiled here in Arizona. If you're trying to go midtown, Tempe, Arizona, which is where ASU is, so big party town. It's called Freezers. It is owned by Scott Frost, the Freezer, professional pool player, nice fella. And then we have a couple smaller ones. We have Colby's, we have Q and Brew, we have Skip and Jan's, which are smaller, maybe 10 tables or so. So it's just your preference. Every night of the week, there is league somewhere. APA, BCA, USAPL, TAP. And also, every night of the week, there are tournaments somewhere. Metro Center is one that has a lot of what is called a chip tournament. So basically, any day you want, you can find a league to play in or a tournament to play in. 7 days a week, even on Saturdays and Sundays. There's always something. It's really, really awesome. Yeah, nice fella. that is now their pocket there. But he does own part of freezers. That's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. He does not own all of it, but he does own part of it. Nice shot. Little bump, but stuck him in there. So now Spanky has to figure out what he wants to be. What does he want to shoot? I think the only thing he can shoot is the 15. He is shooting it into the top right corner. He's trying to ensure a good hit. Good hit. Nice try. You could tell it was a good hit because the cue ball rolled backwards. If it had rolled forwards at all, it would have been a bad hit. Have all kinds of accents, yeah. So I grew up everywhere, and a lot of it was in the South when I was younger. And I was told that when I'm tired, especially, my Southern accent comes out, sometimes very thick. The other night, after Carlos had gone to bed, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning or so, and my friend from Scotland was watching us, with us, and I started talking in a Scottish accent, not even on purpose, just happened. I picked up on his accent, even though he was typing. I just picked it up. Shooting the 14, smart choice, leaving the 10 for later. Probably the best ball to get to the 8 ball. If he would have hit that a little bit better, it would have gone in and not hit the 5. But it was a very tight window. So now Carlos going to shoot the 6 ball into the side. Going to have to figure out how to, very nice, straight on the 4, the 2. Hopefully she does not do a stop shot on the 2, because that will not leave him well for the 4. He would have to shoot the 3 as a backup. Yeah, John, we all miss it. I agree with you. They were saying in our league that some people are choosing not to come back because of this whole COVID thing. And I couldn't even imagine. Nice, good bump. Very straight though. And it's hard to manufacture an angle on these pockets being so small. It's a bummer, but you might just have to accept the shot for what it is. Maybe even pull up, shoot the 7 in the side. as much as I don't like shooting balls in the side pockets here. Yeah, John, I was surprised that they were saying, not a lot, but about 5% are saying they're not going to come back. That just shocked me. I couldn't imagine. He had called saved, so now Spanky's at the table. I could not imagine not playing pool. That's my entire life. Called save. Nice, very nice touch. So now, Seesaw, back to the table. So this is really tough for me because to me, I see an open table. I'm like, let's make the balls, finish this out. But that is not how these players seem to be playing. So it is tough for me to say what to do. All right. Shoot the 15, withdraw, come back for the 12, because you're a little bit funky. Shoot the easier shot, get better shape. So 15, 12, 10, 8. Done, done, done. Ticky, tacky, taco. So that is, he always calls tic-tac-toe, but he always says ticky-tacky taco. Have a very good night, Cindy. Tell her to feel better. Jason, I have no idea what you're talking about. Nice shot. Unfortunate leave. And you know, myself included, sometimes you just play to make the balls. And unfortunately, in this instance, since she played just to make the ball, gave him a really tough shot on the 5 to try to come back for the 8. Of course, John, you're welcome. I hope that we have inspired you, and if you have questions, of course, message us to ask questions. We try to be helpful. He's a pretty darn good player, and I am trying to become a pretty darn good player. I'm getting there, and so if we can help you in any way, please let us know. So that's a smart shot. Force a bank. If you make it, it was a bonus. If you didn't, you force a bank. That's a smart shot. The bank, I don't think goes to the side pocket. Let's see. Let's see a different angle. I don't like it. It might go, but I don't bank. I try more to be a cash player, not a bank player. I'm just kidding. I'm not very good at banks. So I see them, the concept of them, but my execution of the banks is just not so great. So I would just try to play safe, honestly, and put the cue ball on that left rail. All right. Let's see what Sisa is going to do with this. If she tries to cut the 10, it's so thin that she's going to come back and run right into the 8. So that is not the shot to take. She's got to try to shoot the 12 or the 15. I'm not afraid safe. I don't know. I just feel like there's open shots on the table, and I would try to take them. We have done that so many times. That quarter machine, it sticks out, Conrad.
If it's broken, I didn't do it. I got broken.
Oh, I thought you meant the knee. I was like, well, if your knee's broken, I was like, if your knee is broken, we didn't do it.
The coin collector is broken. I just have to fall out.
Carlos just hit his knee on that coin slot up, and that is real painful. I think all of us have done that. Nice shot. No, oh, no love, no love. Thank you, Carlos, for the nice words of encouragement. I'm trying to not be too loud and not say the wrong words. And what else? Talk more about the game. I really wish I would have had the sheets today. I think they would have been fun to do the questionnaires. But I will make it my job tomorrow to print about 100 of them so we don't run out.
You can try yourself.
So you have to, I think, one rail kick this 8 into that top right corner, because if you miss, hopefully you block the pocket from that 10. If you make it, it's even better. And the 10 really makes that pocket even bigger. So she called the Z here because she called the bottom right corner. So John, speaking of cheese, I come from Oregon, and there's a Tillamook cheese factory there, and they make the most amazing cheese curds ever. Have you ever had cheese curds? Has anybody ever had cheese curds, otherwise known as squeaky cheese? They're the most amazing things in the history of the cheese world. So that is my cheese talk. Gotta get some squeaky cheese. If anybody knows where I can get squeaky cheese here in Arizona, I will pay you for the insider information, because I love squeaky cheese. And not like buy from the store in a bag squeaky cheese, like fresh from the cheese mill cheese curd squeaky cheese. So now Seesaw is shooting this 8. There's a lot of pressure on this 8 ball because it either makes it hill-hill or you potentially miss it and the other team wins. So take your time, chalk one extra time, take a drink maybe if you need to, just make sure. Yep, she got up, she's chalking again. I know to many this seems like a pretty straightforward shot, but again, she's only a 200 level player and is a pressure shot. Nice. No better way to go than hill-hill. What a comeback by these players. Coming back from 5-2 to make it hill-hill is a huge comeback. If anybody, John, speaking of you wanting to come back and get back into it, go to our page and go watch. It's very long, so I apologize, but do it. Promise you, it'll be worth it. Go see the Nicholas De Leon versus Chris Robinson match. It's about 5 hours long, but they have amazing safety play. It is 2 pro level players playing. And Chris Robinson, it's a race to 27. And Nick was up 22-11. And Chris came back and won 11 games to Nick's 1 game. And they ended with 27-25. So Chris still lost, but what a comeback. We were calling him Comeback Kid. He's only 22. It is definitely a sight to see, though. His dedication and his bearing down was so impressive to watch. And I learned so much about safeties. It is a 10-ball matchup. I agree with you, Carlos, that Team Los did not move their coin when they got onto the hill the last game. The girls forget to move the coins. They're not used to playing gamble matches with coins. I told him to move their coin, and he said that Team Home Depot was at 5.5, their coin. So they fixed it. That is very true, John. Once, maybe more than once, but one time I very specifically remember the toilet seat was not put down, and it was the middle of the night, and I did not turn on the light. And I sat down, and I fell into the toilet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was very cold and very wet, and made a big splashing mess. And then I had to turn the light on and clean up, and I still had to pee. It's a total disaster. I was awake after that, for sure. So now I always check. Oh. So, call the 13. Smart move. Again, these are not teams that are running out. So, if you can, just move your balls around closer to pockets. Get them out of the way of being in clusters. It is the smart way to play because nobody's running out here. So the only thing on my side in that situation, John, was that it's Arizona. So at least it's not like 2 degrees in the house and it's cold and wet. It's, 75, 80. So nice shot. I remember when I was a 200 level player, I was a 3-4. So I was these girls about 2 years ago. And Carlos is a 654 and has been always since we met. And he is a top 40 player in Arizona, top 40 rated player. And we would be playing scotch. And I never really I thought for him, it's just easy. But for myself, I was always so afraid to mess up. And every shot was such an important shot for me because I didn't want to disappoint him and I didn't want to let him down. And I knew that I wasn't the best shot, so it's a lot of pressure for me. And later on, the more we talked, I found out it was a lot of pressure actually for him too. As the higher rated player, you're not allowed to mess up because you're the higher rated player. And you're supposed to get this perfect shape for your lower rated player. And I never thought of that. I never thought about how hard it must be for the higher rated player as well. You are trying to compensate for the other player's weakness. You're trying to make it easy for them. You take the harder shots so that they can take the easier shots. So it's a lot of pressure for both of the players, higher and lower rated players, for different reasons, but still pressure on both, either way. That was actually a really good shot to put that one ball in front of that 9 ball, and then this shot to stick him really behind his own ball. He has nowhere to go with this 3 ball. I don't think he has another shot on another ball, forcing him to shoot that ball even though it has nowhere to go. So shoot the 4. I wonder if you could shoot it with top to break out that 1-9. Maybe you can hit that bottom rail and come from underneath the 1 to push those balls. He's asking, is it frozen? And then that was him measuring, telling him, no, it's this far off. Nice. Nice shot. I like it. And now, with it being there, you can use it to break out the 8. But the smart move now, if you're stripes, skim the 9, make the 1. Oh, was the right shot. Just the 1 didn't fall. Yeah, I agree, John. Both of these girls can pull out some doozers of a shot sometimes and make shots that even I go, damn. I don't know. She made a noise. So I don't. Let's see. How many angles can we look at it from? From that angle, does not look like it goes. From this angle, looks like it. Looks like you can see an edge, but maybe not enough to. But he did call it all the way down. So. I think it's going to hit the bottom rail. Yeah. But very close now to a pocket. So a lot of pressure on Spanky and Sisa. Spanky is now shooting. I don't understand why they're not shooting the balls in the pocket. But playing this way has allowed them, again, to come back from a 5-2 deficit to make it hill. So the strategy is working for them. She left him in the perfect window to see the 8. He can't make it, but he can see it, which is huge. All right. Nice shot, really. Because, so now, if you're talking about playing defensively, shoot the 10, withdraw. If you make it, you shoot the 9. If not, they don't have a shot on the 8 because they're right where the cue ball is right now. If you really want, you could just roll up on the 10. If we're talking about defensively, roll up on the 10. It forces the 1-rail kick or a bank, depending on which way they want to play it. But if you're just wanting to be defensive, then that would be the way to go. So, John, before you married your job, what did you play? APA, BCA? What was your rating? Fargo or whatever other rating system you used? So Sisa is really struggling knowing what to do here. She's trying really hard not to sell out because the World Championship belt is on the line. And again, she is a lower level player, so I don't know that I would know what to do before when I was a 3. And they are not allowing for timeouts. So sometimes when I was, well, and even now, I will see something and I'm like, man, I know there's a safe here, or I know the safe here is to put the cue ball here, but I don't know how to do it. So she's calling safe. Yep. That's what I talked about, playing safe earlier. But I know, like I was saying, sometimes I'll be like, man, I know there's a safe here. I know there's an easier shot here. Or I know that the shot is to put the cue ball here, but I don't know how to get there. So I honestly would one rail kick this into the corner pocket, because if you make it, that's pretty badass. And if you miss it, even if you give them ball in hand, they have not been running 6 balls. So you're going to get another chance. And if you scratch, that's okay, because it's BCA and it's not a loss if you scratch on the 8. So kick it, kick it, kick it. That works. It's a beautiful shot, but it doesn't progress them anywhere. I think they're just shooting to survive. So I think that he's looking, like I was saying, doing the one rail kick actually makes it, his is harder here because she moved the 8 further from the pocket, and since it's close. So here, free shot on the 10 or the 13. The what? Oh. It's okay. It's okay. Oh. Oh. So now, again, it's about surviving, not winning, which sometimes might be the same. So then, John, that's not a true league. It was a cash game, huh? It's kind of cool. So Carlos told me he broke the door. It was bound to happen. 3 months, no one had broken it yet, so gonna hit the 9. Nice attempt. Still think the right move was about 3 shots ago for Jojo to take the kick on the 8 when it was close to the pocket. But now we battle through. You have to see he's taking the easier ball. The 12 and 14 are the tough balls to get to. That is where you should play first. But maybe he's thinking about the fact that they are not running 6 balls. And he's thinking, let's just get a couple of these balls off the table. We've gained 3 more followers this evening. Thank you to those who have followed the page. We have 15 followers, excuse me, until we have 1,000 followers. That will be a huge accomplishment. Our fellow streamer here in Arizona, his name is Junior Flores with AZ Pool 15. He is an amazing streamer and has created a lot of really cool buzz in the pool community, and he has about 1,800 followers. So we hope one day to be as cool and as professional as Junior Flores with AZ Pool 15. So now the 8 ball is out of the cluster. Still only goes in that pocket though, unless you're looking for a bank. So as long as even if you miss at this point, you just don't leave a straight in or an easy shot on that 8 ball. You will be okay. Now he called safe again. Smart, because you break up the cluster And you leave no good shot on the 8-ball. I don't know that I would have thought of that shot. And that's actually a very good shot. Not to mention, the lower rated player is the one shooting next. As maybe not fair as that might be, it's part of the strategy of the game to remember who is shooting next so that you can play the shots strategically, knowing you're not going to leave maybe a straightforward bank to a over 600 player. So if Carlos is shooting next, you don't leave the bank. But if Kalen is shooting next, you sure as heck can leave the bank and be pretty confident you're going to get back to the table. So it is all part of the game. All right, so let's go maybe 12, or if you really want, you can do 10, 15, 12, 9, 8. She's gonna what, maybe go 9, 15, 12, 10, 8. Well, she's forcing him to shoot the 15 now. He's going to play safe, potentially skimming the 10, leaving the bank on the 8, but then he changed his mind. Spanky calling the 14. Hit it a little bit too hard. And when you hit balls with speed like that on this table with 3 and 7/8 inch pockets, they just don't go. They will rattle unless you hit them pure dead center into the heart of the pocket. So this is to win the game. First decent shot on the 8, but missed it. So here, shoot the 14. If I was Cisa, you just shoot the 14. If you roll it slow, you can shoot the 12 next. If you over-roll it by some reason because your stroke is a little bit too good, like mine, then you shoot the 10 and try to come back around for the 14. But you have to shoot the 14 here. She's shaking her head, but I don't really know what the head shaking is about, since there's a duck on the table. Shoot the duck. What is the... If she, again, is playing defensive, though, skim the 10, make them bank the 8. Again, you're thinking defense, yeah, defense. That would be the problem then. So they're calling it game. Guys, the championship belt.
Oh, that's the one I wanted. I came for this. I'm all in for this. Where's Renee? Renee Reina.
Here, right here. This.
Renee Reina. I found your belt, bro. I found your belt. What you say you didn't have?
Yep.
Wrestler, like you do.
There you go.
You gotta carry like a champion like that.
So, that's unfortunate. Now I know why she was shaking her head. So, thank you guys for joining us this evening, watching this Scotch doubles match. Please join us the rest of the week. We have some big money matches coming up. And then this weekend we have our Scotch doubles 1500 and under R5 medium races for 8-ball. 32 teams, $750 to the first place, plus side pots. So we hope to see you there. If you have questions or if you want to sign up, you can message myself or K2 Productionz or Carlos, but he just forwards those to me. So whatever you want to do. We hope to see you later this week on more streams. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Follow, share, and continue to join us every night at K2 Productionz. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
was my grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go. What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation of precaution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss on moving day. Listen, our team honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.